Raleigh home buyers are making some huge mistakes. On today's video, we're going to tell you all about 9 of the most gigantic mistakes that home buyers are making. Hello everyone, this is Chris Morton, real estate broker with eXp Realty, and the number 1 mistake home buyers are making is they're obsessing over paint colors. So I've told this story before, it bears repeating because it's hilarious. I showed a house about 10 years ago to a family. We walk into one of the bedrooms and it's a pink bedroom. The wife says, "We can't buy this house, we have 2 boys. Neither one of our boys is gonna live in a pink room." And for a minute I thought she was joking until I realized no, she was serious. I had to explain to her that we've invented this new kind of technology called paint, and we can magically transform the pink room into a blue room. Please know that if you find the perfect house for you, but some of the rooms are weird colors or maybe not your style, please know that you can paint just about any house in the Raleigh Triangle Marketplace. About any house can be painted in about a week or less. During the time that you are in that due diligence evaluation phase, that period between going under contract and actually closing on the house, we can get some paint crews to come in and give us some estimates on the job. They can even have the paint purchased so that on the day of closing, as soon as the house records and becomes your house, they can get in there and start painting, and 3 days or a week later at the worst, you've got a brand new house painted to your specifications. The number 2 mistake buyers make, they talk too loudly when they're coming up to the house or when they're in the house. So in this day and age with these Ring door cameras and hidden cameras in the house, always expect that you're being recorded. So if you walk up to the house and you talk about how great it is, and in the house you talk about how great it is, know that you're probably shooting yourself in the foot in a period of negotiations with the seller. They're gonna expect that you're going to be willing to pay top dollar, or at least they're going to counter you on your offer and ask you to pay top dollar because they know you're emotionally invested in the house. On the reverse side of that, say you've got a house that you like, but you have some issues with it, like the paint colors on the house we just talked about. By making negative comments on the house, you may be also shooting yourself in the foot. If you come back around and decide you want to buy the house, the seller may be offended by what you say, may reject your offer out of hand, or they may hear your complaints and think, we can't sell the house to these people. They're very difficult. They're gonna make the whole transaction hard and difficult to get through. So always remember you're being recorded, or at least could be recorded, when you go to buy a house. The number 3 mistake home buyers make, they get themselves a little too emotional when it comes to buying a house. So real estate agents are multi-talented people, at least the good ones are. We find people homes, we help sellers sell homes. But one of our hidden traits is we have to be therapists, where we talk people down off ledges, calm them down, help them focus on getting the house of their dreams or selling their current house so they can go on to buy the house of their dreams. And it all comes around the fact that real estate in its very nature is an emotional purchase or sale. Both buyers and sellers can get easily offended during this whole process. Remember, don't let your emotions get in the way of the transaction. A few years down the line, you're not going to remember that the seller was mean to you and didn't leave you the refrigerator, or the buyer was complaining about your paint colors, or whatever. Just get through the process, get to your end result goal, which is buying a great house or selling your current house to move on to your great house. Don't let emotions get involved as best you can, and you're gonna end up with a win-win down the road. The number 4 mistake home buyers are making, ignoring the yard. So one of the most important aspects of buying a house is the exterior of the house, the yard. Some people get so excited about the floor plan works for them, or the staging is so awesome that they're willing to overlook the flaws of the floor plan, that they don't even bother to check out the yard. Say you've got 8 dogs. I don't know why you would, but let's say you have 8 dogs. You're clearly gonna need a fenced-in yard. If you've got a house of your dreams that doesn't have a fenced-in yard, yes, you can put in a fence, but know that that's gonna cost you $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 extra that you may not have planned for. know that your yard is very important to you. Whether you are a yard person or not, you're gonna wanna have the things that you need to have, such as a fenced-in yard. Maybe you're really a big, huge proponent of heavy landscaping. That can get expensive as well. Just know that you need to make sure your yard is on your must-have list or your want-to-have list, along with the interior of the house. The number 5 mistake home buyers are making: viewing ugly countertops or worn out carpeted floors as a deal breaker. This comes back sort of to that paint thing. Know that if you walk into a house, you love the house, you want the house, but you hate the countertops, you hate the carpet that was selected, or maybe it was an older carpet. I literally just sold a house to some buyers and the carpet is like 15 years old and it's worn out. They've already prepared and planned to replace that carpet. Know that that can be done easily. Just like with the paint, taking about a week to paint an entire house, you can have granite installed in a day or 2 days. You can have carpet or flooring installed in about 3 or 4 days. During that period of time between contract and close, we can get vendors out there to give you estimates for both the countertop and the carpet or the flooring, and they can get all the work done just as soon as you own the house. And if you need advice on some vendors for these projects, feel free to email us at hello@mortonbradbury.com and we will absolutely send you a list of some good recommendations. The number 6 mistake home buyers are making: they're failing to focus on location first and home second. So one of the questions we always ask future buyers on our questionnaire is, where do you need to live? How close do you need to be to work or school or some specific location? And we do that because you need to focus most importantly on location, location, location. If you absolutely have to be within walking distance of downtown Apex, North Carolina, we don't want to sell you a house in Wake Forest, North Carolina. That would not be a good idea. Please know that by and large, if you need a mid-century modern house or a contemporary house or a farm style house, you're going to be able to find those in most any of the towns in the Triangle area. It's not like Youngsville, North Carolina specializes in ultra sleek metal contemporaries and Apex, North Carolina specializes in craftsman style homes. It's a mixture everywhere. So focus on location where you either need to be or where you see yourself living. For example, there's people who are absolutely obsessed with Trader Joe's, and so that means you're going to want to live in about 3 locations in the Triangle. Know that you focus on location and then we will find you the home of your dreams. Again, too many people find their awesome home and then regret buying it because it's in a bad location for them. Bad location. Do it the right way first, you're going to be a lot happier. The number 7 mistake home buyers are making: falling in love with a home before it's actually theirs. Please know, real estate, again, should not be an emotional transaction. Let it be emotional after you own the home. Don't be emotional about it while you're still negotiating out a potential purchase for yourself, or even when you're through the inspection process. Something may flare up in inspections that mean you need to get out of that transaction. Don't set your heart on one specific home. You may have your heart broken in the end. So know that you should not get emotional and fall in love with a home until you actually own it. We've seen this happen many, many times, and we've had to calm people down, especially when they put in an offer, a strong offer on a home, they don't get it, and then they're heartbroken. Luckily, most of the time, a better home for them has come along. We've been very fortunate in the last, 17 years for having that happen, but especially the last 2 when things have been so competitive. They lose a house, they find another better house down the road. So know that you should not get emotional, not fall in love with a house until you actually own it. The number 8 mistake home buyers make: not preparing for delays. So this happens most often in new construction. You're under the expectation that you're going to close in March, and here it is April or May and you still haven't closed on the home. Know that there's delays, especially with supply chain shortages that are going on. Know that there could possibly be a delay and be prepared for that. Do not, if the builder says, yep, we should be able to close this the end of March, don't let your lease of your temporary housing expire and end on April 1st. That would be the worst April Fool's joke on you. Make sure you wait until we absolutely are sure that you're about 30 days or 20 days from closing. before you terminate your short-term or temporary housing. It may extend. So this can happen for new construction especially. It also can happen for resale. Down the road, maybe your mortgage person forgot to ask you for a tax a filing from 3 years ago that they decided they now need last minute. Well, the IRS takes about 30 to 40 days to get that document into the mortgage company. That's clearly going to delay your closing by 30 to 45 days. Make sure everything's buttoned up before you pull the trigger and terminate your short-term housing. The number 9 mistake homebuyers are making, not checking out builder reviews before they pull the trigger and buy a new construction home. This is a mistake a lot of people make. They see the flashy models, they see the great price that the builder's offering, and they don't bother to check out what the builder review is, and worse still, they don't take a real estate buyer agent with them to help them buy the home, maybe an agent who has some experience with XYZ builder who builds a cardboard terrible house. Always make sure you do your due diligence on the front end before you make a purchase on a house. Check out reviews. Does the builder do a good job? Does the builder do a bad job? Now please know, all builders are gonna have negative reviews. It's just a matter of the business where you're gonna have a disgruntled buyer down the road who isn't happy with what you do. But by and large, you should see more 5-star reviews than 1-star review. If you see a lot of 1 and 2-star reviews, run, don't walk away from that builder. It's not going to be a good relationship. You're not going to change him or her into a great spouse. As the relationship saying goes, the builder is going to be a bad builder with you, just like they were a bad builder with other people. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out this one. We think you're going to like it as well. You have any questions, or if you would like our help to either buy or sell a home in the Raleigh area, please email us at hello@mortonbradbury.com or click on the link in the description below. Please like and subscribe to this video if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.